Jan Kohout, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic, distinguished ministers, ambassadors, and friends of the Global Development Network, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all participants, I want to express our gratitude to the government and to the people of the Czech Republic for hosting the 11th annual conference of the Global Development Network here in the beautiful city of Prague. With this conference, dear Minister, GDN marks the culmination of its 10th anniversary. We can look back with pride to more than 10 years of hard work and dedication to the mission that has guided our ideals and action. We were born to support the creation of high-quality, policy-oriented research in the social sciences in order to promote development in developing and transition countries. Our efforts have been driven by the premise that rigorous research, if good, pertinent, and properly assimilated and applied by policymakers, can accelerate development and improve people's lives. We are convinced that it is hard, if not impossible, to have good policy if this policy is not informed by scientifically generated knowledge. In pursuit of our mission, we have become an international organization, now based in Delhi, India, and we are working closely with 11 regional networks that all together interconnect thousands of research centers and researchers throughout the world. Although our portfolio of activities is not an static one, a special mention must be given to a subset of undertakings that by virtue of their relevance have become the core of our work. For example, our Global Research Projects initiative has allowed us to put together research teams from all over the world to address the most pressing issues of development. Throughout the years, we have tackled questions such as growth, impact of reform, health, and most recently, the economic and social impacts of international migration. In this respect, I am happy to comment that it was here in Prague today that we made public the final report of a multi-year, innovative and policy-focused global research project that addresses one of the key challenges of the 21st century. This report, titled Measure and Optimizing Migration's Economic and Social Impacts, was presented at our conference this afternoon with the distinguished presence of the UK Minister of State for Borders and Immigration, the Honourable Phil Bullas. We are also very proud that in order to support directly the research activity of the researchers associated with the network's constituents of GDN, we created and consolidated GDNet, which over a relatively short life has become the primary electronic depository of research output from the developing and transition world. And there are, of course, our annual global development conferences, which are giving researchers from developing countries a unique opportunity to showcase their research in a truly international forum and to interact with worldwide renowned academics and policymakers. Although the chief motivation of researchers is intellectual inquiry, we also take as an important objective to stimulate and incentivize that inquiry in order to make it not only of higher quality, but also more relevant for addressing the key problems of development. Thus, we have put great emphasis on programs where researchers compete for resources and for recognition on the basis of the quality of their work. It is this spirit that guides our regional research competitions, which are held every year by our regional network partners in 8 regions. To this purpose alone, GDN has applied more than $21 million US, making it possible to award 1,200 grants. And there is, of course, the largest international competition for researchers on development, or Global Development Awards and Medals Competition, that in its 2009 edition culminates precisely with this ceremony. Over the years, 6,200 researchers and development practitioners representing more than 100 countries have participated. I am pleased to report that for the 2009 competition that concludes tonight, we received 486 submissions, over 60% of which were from Sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. It is interesting to notice that such a large number of submissions were attracted to this year's central topics: globalization, regulation and development, international migration, crossing borders, changing lives, and regional integration. We have achieved a transparent and rigorous process for selecting the winners of our competitions because we have counted all along on the support of the Ashoka Foundation, the external review panel, and the members of these selection committees. To all of you, I extend our heartfelt appreciation. But needless to say, our global development competition would not be possible without the generous support of a distinguished group of donors. On behalf of the GDN community, allow me to express our gratitude to the Ministry of Finance of Japan, to the International Development Research Center of Canada, to the Ministry of Finance of Luxembourg, and on this occasion, very especially, to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic, who is sponsoring our medals honoring the best research on our key issue of international migration.